Looking to improve your laser engraved photos? The first step is choosing an image that is laser friendly. Just because it looks good on screen doesn't mean that image will engrave well. Laser-friendly images have two qualities: the right resolution and visual characteristics such as exposure, contrast, and clarity. In this video, we'll learn all about resolution so you can start off right. Hi, I'm Sarah Pike, artist and owner of FreeFall Laser, a custom laser cutting service. On this channel, I demonstrate how to make laser cutting files without having to become an Adobe Illustrator master, and share a decade's worth of laser cutting knowledge so that you can turn your projects into works of art. Now let's learn how image resolution affects quality and how large your image needs to be so that you can produce excellent results. When laser engraving photos, we are working with rasters or pixel-based images such as TIFFs and JPEGs. Unlike vector files that can be enlarged without losing resolution, pixel-based files degrade as they're enlarged. Low-resolution images result in engraving that lacks detail and can look pixelated. We want to work with images that are both high in pixel density, or pixels per inch, and pixel dimensions. For best results, start with an image with a resolution of 300 to 600 pixels per inch, or PPI. To achieve this, you will need to scan original artwork, use an SLR camera, or source professional quality photos from sites such as Adobe Stock or Shutterstock. If you're thinking, but Sarah, I don't have a fancy camera, hold on, I will talk about smartphone resolution in just a moment. The next important resolution to consider are the pixel dimensions, or the size of the image. Here is a chart that shows the relationship between the file and engraving size. For example, if you want to engrave an image at 8 inches by 10 inches and achieve the most detail possible, you want an image that is 2,400 by 3,000 pixels. You should still be able to get good results if you engrave it at 16 inches by 24, but the more you enlarge it, the poorer the engraving quality will be. Now, how does this compare to a smartphone that shoots at 72 ppi, a much lower resolution? First, make sure your camera is set at the highest quality and deselect any efficiency mode. Also consider taking photos in high dynamic range, or HDR. When the camera shoots in HDR, it takes multiple photos at different exposures and combines the best part of each exposure into one image. This helps avoid a common problem in laser engraving, the over or underexposure of highlights and shadows. Once you take the best quality photo that your smartphone is capable of, we need to do a little math to figure out how this 72 ppi image compares to a 300 ppi. But wait, if your brain just shut off by the mere mention of math, stay with me. I'm going to do the math for you. I have a simple chart to look at. Most smartphones in 2023 have a resolution of 12 megapixels, or MP. On this chart, we see that a 12 megapixel photo will engrave well at 8 inches by 12 inches and okay at 16 inches by 24. If your brain is starting to melt with all of these numbers, I'm with you. I've been in this field for a decade, and I'm only now just starting to wrap my head around the relationship between image and print size. Here's the big picture idea behind resolution. When the resolution of your image is less than 300 ppi, you want the largest pixel dimensions possible. And you may have to accept loss of clarity and detail if you want to engrave it very large. Let's look at a real-life example. On the left is the head of a chameleon engraved at 6 inches by 6 inches using a 400 by 400 pixel image. On the right is the same image engraved using a 2000 by 2000 pixel images, both at 72 ppi. The one on the left with fewer pixels is muddy in comparison to the crisper engraving on the right. The second half of choosing the best image for photo engraving is the visual characteristics of the photo, such as exposure, contrast, value, and color. We'll cover this in the next video. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe.